Hey, we have off today, and it's a special episode, though, in honor of good old Christopher Columbus and his nautical discoveries. Yes, the man who got all the credit for finding America, but arguably really didn't. But either way, to honor the Italian explorer, we've put together a top 5 list for the whips Mr. Columbus would drive if he were alive today. What's up, everybody? I'm Derek D, and welcome to Fastlane Daily, our Columbus Day Special.
You gotta learn how to win. Take each step to become a champion.
All right, let's get it started. Number 1 on the list has to be an Italian sports car to mark his heritage. Now, Chris, he was a classy bloke. Although in this picture, it kind of looks like he's pissed and throwing up the gang sign. Not really sure what's going on there. Anyway, we don't think he would just run out and pick up a brand new Ferrari 458 Italian and be all flashy. No. He'd opt for the more soulful choice. How about an Alfa Romeo Giulietta Spider circa 1962? Yeah, look at that. I mean, let's be honest. The man was used to open-air travel after all. Am I right, Tom?
You're right.
All up in those boats and whatnot. Speaking of, number 2 on the list has to be something he's familiar with, a boat. And that's figuratively speaking, of course. That would come in the form of a Cadillac Eldorado Seville from 1959, stretching over 18 feet long. Yeah, the Eldorado is basically a boat with wheels and those cool thin taillights. Yeah, badass. Chris would be right at home cruising in this beast. I would too. I'd rock that to the quickness. Big ass caddy. Up next, you have to consider his accomplishments. You know, Mr. Columbus did discover the Americas after all, so he would definitely be interested in the best American muscle that we had to offer. So we are thinking old school here, and that has to be the 1969 Chevy Camaro ZL1. That's a good choice. The adrenaline rush alone would be enough to make Chris proud of how the explored land had flourished. Throw in a cheeseburger and apple pie and call it a Columbus Day. Am I right? Am I terrible? Now let's shift gears, or tack, as Chris would say. That's a boating term, FYI, sailing term, if you will. But let's shift to something more modern. We know Christopher was used to spending a ton of time on the water, so I'm sure he'd be fine with spending a long journey in a vehicle. So why not make that vehicle as comfortable as possible? And if I know Chris like I think I do, he'd probably go for the Bentley Continental Flying Spur, massaging rear seats and all. A week driving across the U.S. would feel like a matter of minutes in the Spur compared to months crossing the Atlantic in a stiff wooden ship. Did I just say stiff wooden? Who said that really? She did. That's what she said. Okay. Finally, that brings us to number 5. That was terrible. Now, I'd take a wager that Sir Columbus might like to spend some time at the track. Yeah, after all, he did kind of get lost on his way to the East Indies, so he might appreciate driving on a road with one continuous route. So there's no chance for confusion. His weapon of choice would be, of course, this, the aerial atom. Can't you just picture his flowing robes whipping around the circuit of the Nürburgring? Ripping up the green hell? I don't know, it just works. Aerial atom. It's nice. All right, well, that was officially the strangest top 5 anything we've ever done here at Fastlane Daily. Oh, Derek, this was stupid. Hey, we're bringing you new content on a day we're off, all right? Don't be haters. Anyway, Christopher Columbus, we think that's what he would drive if he were alive, all right? Enjoy your day off, America. As for the rest of the world, I'm sorry you had to work. I'm Derek D. This is Fastlane Daily, and of course, we are all over social media. Like, follow, subscribe, take pictures, comment. You know the deal. All right? And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Goodbye now, and be safe. Discoveries, that's right, we have off. But the man who got all the credit for finding America, but arguably... The man who got the credit for finding America, but Finding America.